running free. It's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, Devontae Freeman, fresh off 100 yards a week ago, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Atlanta Falcons. With that, let's get up to Atlanta. We're standing by at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
On a gorgeous southern afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Atlanta, Georgia, and inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Atlanta Falcons. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The numbers there for Howard a week ago. 21 carries, 56 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down?
And right away, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Flushed out right. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Here's Jackson. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Noah Fant, his 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Second down, Haskins. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. On play action, Haskins. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On first down, they run with Howard and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Third down, here's Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard, that's about it. But as long as he's booting him the way he's booting him, keep going, big guy.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The numbers for Freeman a week ago, well into the triple digits, and they'll take that every time out.
What I loved was just how decisive he was running the football. Coaches like guys that go north and south. They don't like the east-west guys, the juking and the jiving. 1 foot in the ground and cut.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. It's a give to Freeman running right. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He'll run it. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Jackson now to throw again, eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Jackson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Second and 10 at the 3-yard line.
This is Howard on second down. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they can use something here on third down. They run with Howard. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Here's Matt Bosher now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the... Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Freeman. Into the secondary again. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Noah Fant, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive, 4 plays, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, it's Howard. Dontari Poe in on the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And he said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. They complete it to Hill. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Howard down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 25. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And Howard stops short. He didn't get there. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play. Only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front. The linebackers, everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Jackson, he was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. But now it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Flush to his right. He's got his tight end Fant, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big gain of 39 on 3rd. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. That one goes for 24 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Jackson escaping the pressure right. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Dez Bryant, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. We focus our attention now on T.Y. Hilton as he gets ready to head back onto the field. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
And that's complete to Cooks. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Haskins will throw, and this one complete to Seth Roberts. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Haskins going to throw again. He leads this one for Howard. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he'll be brought down, and that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Seth Roberts in the final seconds of the first half, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well. So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it? Absolutely. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Let's go. A gain of 12. First down, Jacksonville.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Throwing again on second down. Jackson, open man is Ross, complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. John Ross, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. And their halftime hold now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
To throw again on second down. Haskins. He gets it to Cooks. Touchdown, Falcons. Brandon Cooks. His fourth touchdown on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
They'll keep it on the ground. Freeman.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Jackson looking to throw on third, eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Flush to his right. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. They go for it on fourth down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. 14 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice two-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards. But, hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team. Because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. On second down, it's Howard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Haskins on first down. And Cooks has it over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They go counter with Howard. Oh, and now some space to operate. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. The tight end Josh Hill was the target, and now it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s, and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the...
It's a foot race. 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. It's been a back and forth. How this thing's gone.
Man, it's like in boxing. You know the blow that hurts comes in special teams.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Haskins now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins. Roberts has it. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Looking to throw, Haskins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Haskins. This is caught. It's Cooks. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Again, it's Haskins. They complete it to Hill. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 14. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do that, right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Freeman. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Escaping the pressure right. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. It's caught by Roberts. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now Haskins to throw it. He's got it to Hilton. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Benny Snell, the intended receiver that time. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise. Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage. Especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it can be tipped up and picked off.
Now Haskins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
They'll keep it on the ground. Freeman, and he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Flushed out right. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Lorenzo Alexander in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points. Continue